All right. June the 14th, 2022, and we're at the park in Old Town, where I just learned that the people of the let me get it right, the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission is the person or the organization or the agency that takes care of all the parks in this little town of Takoma Park, Maryland. They clean, the gentleman here is putting up new lights, clean the parks, and service all the parks in this little town. So where is the money that the taxpayers are paying to do this? I thought, when you assume something, you got to find out for yourself, that Takoma Park was servicing these parks. So why is the taxpayers' dollars so high if they're not doing nothing? If they're not doing anything? They don't even take care of their own park. I know this police officer is not following me. This is a parking enforcement guy. See how he's following me? Officer, I know you're not following me, officer. Look. So, getting back to this, I thought Takoma Park took care of its own parks, which they don't. The Maryland National Park and Planning takes care of them. So why is it that these people's taxes are so high and they're not getting anything done? I traveled around this little town. It's such a large number that on some of these streets, there are no sidewalks on both sides of the street. Why is that? Mayor of Takoma Park, Kate Stewart, who wants to be a city council for Montgomery County. Why is it that citizens don't have sidewalks on both sides of the street? Look how old the green mold growing up under the tables. This is Old Town Takoma Park, and it looks like it's Old Town. As you see, our dining room is out there. As you see, ain't this some shit? As you see who the patrons are. Shit is fucking crazy that they allow this shit. The governor of the state of Maryland allow these little terrorists to run their own little town. How can you have law enforcement officers who don't know the law enforcing the law? These individuals have no idea what the law is, but yet and still they're enforcing it. In the state of Maryland and throughout the United States, if you wear an insignia stating with police on it of an agency, you are impersonating a police officer. But in this little town, they get to do it, even though it's a criminal act across the state.
Boy, what you doing over here?
What up? I gotta keep the eye on the patrons around here. We got a crooked town, man.
My God.
What?
You down there?
Yeah. All right, brother. Yeah. But again, you have individuals enforcing what they think is the law, and it truly isn't the law. But yet and still, it's the brass. It's the brass that needs to go. It's the upper class of people in these agencies that need to go. Because I understand the peons, the little people. You want to keep a job. You need a job to take care of your family. Take care of your family. So you're going to follow those rules. And this is why immunity must go. Because the young lady at the police department, she's the records person. I'm pretty sure she knows that's not how protocol is supposed to be done. But for her to keep a job, she's going to do what the brass told her to do, even though they're not right. And that's why we got to take immunity away from these clowns and hold them accountable for their own actions. Look at trash all on the sidewalk. This is Takoma Park, Maryland. And my thing is, since they're not taking care of the parks in this little town, where is all that money going to? And the taxpayers should come to understand that. Where is all this money going to? Okay, we're gonna cross over into DC. I see a lake coming out of the street up here. Look like a little stream. But taxpayers, you guys should start really looking at yourselves in the mirror and stop being sheep led to the slaughter and start holding people accountable. Because I really thought your town took care of the parks in this so-called green little town, but come to find out, they don't. It's the Maryland Capital Park and Planning Commissioner who service all the parks in this little green town. Where's this water coming from? No, I gotta go and investigate. And I'm pretty sure somebody got a swimming pool back here. It's coming out of this house right here. What the fuck? Why would you be draining water? Oh, they got a jacuzzi. They got a jacuzzi back there, and they draining the water out of it. Boy, this is in DC. This shit is off the chain. The other day, somebody was draining their swimming pool. That's what I mean about this government. This government, it's not even just Takoma Park, but all of them. But again, in Takoma Park, you have individuals who are claiming to enforce the law, and they don't even know the law. So how can that be? I'm being denied an incident report, even though I'm the defendant. From the police department. This is how corrupt these people are. You won't even give me the incident report. And then when I file a Freedom of Information Act, the lawyer for this little town says she's going to deny it, which you can't deny it. She says there's an investigation. What kind of investigation? This is why we got to start holding these people accountable for their actions. They'll say anything to try to justify their corrupted ways. If you don't believe me, ask Kate Stewart's father, Bin Laden, weapons of mass destruction, George W. Bush, or Little Bush, who went to war and said they had all that. Come on, man. Stop trying to snow everybody. It doesn't work. There's no criminal investigation going on. And if you're talking about my case is in court. It is what it is. You know, what, you gonna put criminal charges on one of your officers? It was all brass there. So, come on. You're investigating yourself? Such corruption. And they think they can snow every citizen the same way. That's why I say, taxpayers, it's time you wake up. It's time you start holding these thugs accountable for their actions. As you saw, they won't even give me the incident report of the arrest of 2022 April the 28th. They won't even give me the incident report. What does that have to do with? I'm the defendant. I'm the person that got arrested, and you're refusing to give me any documentation other than the charging document, which I wish I had on me right now so I could show you where it states they were there to evict me, but I never received any eviction papers from them. Then they say I was trespassing. If I don't have a legal reason to be on the property, how can you evict me? You see what I'm saying? You're saying that I didn't have a legal reason to be on the property, but you came there to evict me. With no court documents whatsoever, they came to evict me. While I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if every state has them, but in this state they have these little libraries where you can go pick up books and read them. Reading is paramount. You know, you got to get away from them computers. You know, pick up a book and read it. You know, I've read over 5,000 books and still going because I try to get 2 of those books a week from the little library to read. But we got to educate ourselves to put a stop to this foolishness. You know, right now I'm in D.C. because there's no sidewalk over there in Takoma Park. But where's the money going? They're not taking care of the parks. Where is that money going? So no. So we have to come on this side of the street just to walk on the sidewalk. Because if you look across the street, you have Takoma Park, there is no sidewalk. But yet and still, where's all that high tax money going that they're taking from the taxpayers? Very interesting. This is Eastern Avenue, and as you see, there is no sidewalk over there. But DC has one, and its citizens in Takoma Park got to come on this side to be safe or walk in the street in Takoma Park, where they're paying all those taxes to get that kind of service, to get a sidewalk put in. She's getting money from a business to enhance their dining room and to put it on two businesses so far. One in the street and one on, both in the street rather. But where's that money going to? I'm pretty sure we can get some sidewalks around here. We can get some of these benches clean, some of this mold off the sidewalks. But no, they're lining their pockets with it. And the governor of this state and the legislator of this state up in Annapolis should have a problem with this. But corruption goes all the way up to the top. Just like I've contacted the governor about my vehicles being stolen. We are now going on the third month, and my vehicles are still sitting down there illegally on an illegal tow from private property. And all they want to talk about is, did I come down there with the money to get the vehicles? Well, the lawsuit is in the making. The county executive of Montgomery County went to their office, and there was a doctor, I don't have his name, that works up in there, said that he contacted the chief of police of Montgomery County, who is investigating it. Okay, we're going to give him time to investigate it. Because right now, I'm losing revenue because my tools are in those vehicles, one of those vehicles. And I'm not doing any work. All right, this is Washington, D.C. How y'all doing? The van that they confiscated and broke into has my tools in it. And therefore, I can't work or do my trade because my tools are in that van. All right? And people are calling, asking what's going on. Can't do nothing because my vehicle has been jacked by the Takoma Park and Montgomery County government. Stay tuned.